Turning 70 is a big milestone, a time to look back on everything you've experienced and focus on what truly matters now. But holding on to certain things, whether it's old stuff in your home, negative thoughts, or stressful relationships, can make life heavier than it needs to be. What if letting go of just a few things could make your days feel lighter, happier, and more peaceful? Imagine waking up without unnecessary stress, just enjoying life the way it was meant to be. Before we get started, I want to hear from you. If you like today's topic, drop a 1 in the comments. If you think it could be better or have a different idea, type 0. Your thoughts help shape future videos. Now, let's talk about what's worth letting go of after 70 for a happier, more peaceful life. Throughout life, we gather things, furniture, clothes, souvenirs, and keepsakes, all holding memories of days gone by. A favorite chair, a collection of old letters, a trinket from a special trip. Each item whispers stories of moments that shaped you. But over time, these cherished belongings can transform from treasured keepsakes into silent burdens, filling up space not just in your home but in your mind as well. As you step into this new chapter, ask yourself, is this truly adding value to my life today, or is it just something I'm holding on to out of habit? While some items bring comfort and joy, others simply take up space, making it harder to move freely, both physically and emotionally. The stacks of unused dishes, the forgotten boxes in the attic, the clothes that no longer fit. All of these things quietly weigh on you more than you realize. Letting go isn't about erasing the past. It's about making room for the life you want right now. Imagine walking into a home that feels light, spacious, and peaceful, where every item has a purpose and a place in your present life. It's not just about tidying up. It's about honoring your journey while allowing yourself the freedom to breathe. Start small, perhaps with 1 drawer, 1 closet, or 1 box. As you sift through your belongings, hold on to the things that still bring genuine joy and consider passing on the rest. Picture a young family just starting out, a person in need, or a local charity that could give new life to the things you no longer use. Donating isn't just decluttering. It's a way of sharing your story, passing forward the warmth of your journey to someone else. The moment you release the excess baggage, you'll notice an unexpected sense of lightness and clarity. And it's not just your home that will feel different. It's your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Breaking free from toxic relationships. Life is too precious, especially in your later years, to be weighed down by relationships that drain you rather than uplift you. By the time you reach 70, you've lived through decades of friendships, family ties, and social connections. Some relationships have been your greatest sources of love and support, while others may have left you feeling exhausted, unappreciated, or even hurt. Now is the time to reassess those connections. Who truly brings joy into your life? Who leaves you feeling seen, valued, and respected? And who, if you're being honest, only adds stress, negativity, or guilt? Toxic relationships don't always appear loud and obvious. Sometimes they take the shape of a friend who only reaches out when they need something, a family member who constantly criticizes without ever offering kindness, or even a long-time acquaintance who drains your energy with endless complaints. Even subtle negativity, like feeling unappreciated, overlooked, or emotionally exhausted after an interaction, can take a toll on your happiness and peace of mind. Letting go of toxic relationships isn't about anger or revenge. It's about choosing your well-being over obligation. It's about recognizing that you deserve peace, kindness, and genuine connection in every interaction. You don't have to cut people off completely. Sometimes it's simply about setting boundaries. Maybe you limit your time with certain people, choose lighter conversations, or simply create emotional distance where necessary. It's never easy, especially when deep history or family ties are involved. You might worry about hurting feelings or what others will think. But protecting your emotional space isn't selfish. It's necessary. Imagine waking up in a world where only the people who uplift and respect you hold space in your life. Imagine conversations that feel warm and meaningful, relationships that bring laughter, understanding, and support rather than stress or exhaustion. The beauty of reaching this stage in life is that you get to choose. You get to rewrite the story of your relationships and prioritize the people who bring out the best in you. And in doing so, you'll create a space where only love, peace, and kindness remain. A new beginning. The first step to a truly peaceful and fulfilling life after 70 starts with releasing what no longer serves you. The physical clutter that fills your home and the emotional clutter that weighs on your heart. When you choose to let go, you're not just removing things. You're making space. Space for new memories, deeper connections, and a sense of true peace. Because life isn't meant to be spent carrying unnecessary baggage. It's meant to be lived lightly, joyfully, and freely. And this is your moment to embrace exactly that. Now, let's talk about letting go of unnecessary burdens for a happier life. As we move through life, we take on responsibilities, roles, and expectations, some because we have to, others because we feel we should. But by the time you reach this stage, it's time to ask yourself, are these responsibilities still bringing me joy, or are they just weighing me down? If something no longer adds meaning to your life, maybe it's time to let it go, releasing unnecessary responsibilities. For years, you've likely been the go-to person, the one who always helps, always fixes, always makes sure everything runs smoothly. Whether it was raising a family, managing a career, or taking care of others, responsibility has been a huge part of your life. But now, it doesn't have to be. Maybe you're still keeping up with certain commitments out of habit. Maintaining a big house that's more work than it's worth, handling family issues that aren't really yours to fix, or saying yes to things that just leave you exhausted. Here's the truth. You don't have to carry everything anymore. This phase of life is not about constantly doing. It's about being present, being happy, being at peace. That doesn't mean you stop caring or helping. It just means you choose where to spend your energy wisely. Imagine waking up without a long to-do list hanging over your head. Imagine choosing how to spend your time, reading a book, enjoying a slow morning, going for a walk, or just breathing without feeling rushed. That's the freedom you deserve. And here's the best part. The world won't fall apart if you step back. Let others take responsibility for themselves. Set boundaries. Focus on what truly brings you happiness. Because life at this stage shouldn't feel like a never-ending list of tasks. It should feel like a celebration of everything you built. Letting go of negative self-talk and regret. If there's one voice we hear the most in life, it's our own. And sometimes that voice isn't as kind as it should be. The things we tell ourselves matter. And if that voice is full of regret, guilt, or self-doubt, it can steal your peace faster than anything else. How often do you catch yourself thinking things like, I should have done more. I wish I had made different choices. Maybe it's too late for me to change things now. These thoughts don't just sit in your mind. They shape how you feel, how you see yourself, and even how much you enjoy life. But here's something important to remember. Regret doesn't change the past. It only takes away from the happiness you can have today. Yes, there may have been things you wish had gone differently. We all have them. But instead of holding on to those thoughts, what if you focus on the strength it took to get through them? Every mistake, every challenge, every difficult moment, they made you who you are today. And who you are today is someone who deserves kindness and peace. It's time to start talking to yourself the way you would talk to a loved one. Would you tell a close friend that they've failed? That they should have done more? That they don't deserve happiness? Of course not. So why say those things to yourself? Letting go of negative self-talk means choosing to be on your own side. It means recognizing that you're still growing, still learning, still worthy of joy. Try this. Next time you catch yourself thinking something negative, ask, would I say this to someone I love? If not, reframe it. Instead of, I should have done better, try, I did the best I could with what I knew at the time. Instead of, it's too late, say, I still have time to enjoy life in new ways. Because the truth is, it's never too late to treat yourself with the kindness you deserve. A life that feels lighter and happier. Letting go of responsibilities that no longer bring joy and releasing self-criticism that no longer serves you doesn't just make life easier. It makes it happier, lighter, and more fulfilling. This stage of life is yours to shape however you want. And the more you let go of the things that drain you, the more space you create for peace, laughter, and moments that truly matter. And that's what life should be about. Now, let's talk about breaking free from unhealthy patterns. By the time you've lived 7 decades, life has taught you a lot. You've been through ups and downs, seen things change, and adapted in ways you never thought you would. But sometimes, even when everything around us moves forward, we hold on to habits and beliefs that no longer serve us. And without even realizing it, those things can slowly drain our energy, limit our happiness, and make life harder than it needs to be. So let's talk about 2 big things that are worth letting go of. Unhealthy habits that steal your energy. Over the years, certain routines and choices become second nature. Some are good for us, and others not so much. Maybe it's skipping meals or eating whatever's easiest, even when you know your body deserves better. Maybe it's sitting too much, thinking movement isn't as important anymore. Or maybe it's avoiding doctor visits, even when a small issue could turn into something bigger. But unhealthy habits aren't just about food and exercise. They also show up in the way we think and live, like watching too much negative news, getting lost in worry, or isolating yourself instead of staying connected with people who care about you. And the longer these habits stick around, the harder they are to notice. They become just the way things are, until you make the choice to change them. But here's the good news. It's never too late to do things differently. Even small changes can make a huge difference. Instead of skipping meals, try keeping simple, healthy snacks around, something easy, something nourishing. Instead of staying in all day, take a short walk, stretch a little, move in a way that feels good. Instead of getting lost in negative thoughts, spend more time doing things that bring you peace, listening to music, reading a book, or just sitting outside and enjoying fresh air. And if change feels overwhelming, start small. One healthier choice today, one better decision tomorrow. Over time, these little shifts add up, and before you know it, you feel stronger, lighter, and more in control of your own well-being. Because taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. For most of your life, you were probably told what to do, how to live, and what's right or wrong. Maybe you believe that aging means slowing down, that it's too late to start something new, or that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But here's the thing, beliefs aren't facts. Just because something has been in your mind for years doesn't mean it has to stay there. Think about it. The world has changed. People are learning new skills in their 70s, 80s, even 90s. Grandparents are using smartphones, taking online classes, traveling, and trying things they never thought possible. So if a belief is holding you back, ask yourself, is this really true, or is it just something I've always been told? If you've ever thought, I'm too old to learn something new, flip it around. I have years of experience and I can still grow. If you've ever thought, I should always put others first, remind yourself, I deserve to take care of myself too. If you've ever thought, change is too hard at my age, tell yourself, I've already adapted to so much in life. I can do it again. Because here's the truth, growth doesn't stop with age. As long as you're here, you're still learning, evolving, and creating new memories. So why let old, limiting beliefs decide what's possible for you now? This is your time. Do what makes you happy, take chances, and believe in yourself the way you would believe in a loved one, living on your own terms. When you let go of unhealthy habits and outdated beliefs, you create space for something better, more energy, more joy, more possibilities. Because life isn't about holding on to the past. It's about living fully in the present. And the best part? You're in control. Now, let's talk about letting go of worries and fears for a free and happy life. By this point in life, you've handled responsibilities, challenges, and changes that younger people wouldn't even understand. You worked hard, made sacrifices, and done your best. Now, it's time to enjoy the years ahead without unnecessary stress. But sometimes, two things keep people from feeling truly free: worrying about money and fearing change. And the truth is, neither of these should steal your peace. Letting go of financial worries that no longer serve you. For most of your life, you've been careful about money, saving, budgeting, making sure there's enough for the future. And that mindset doesn't just disappear. Even when you're in a place where you don't need to stress as much, the habit of worrying stays. Maybe you feel guilty spending on yourself, even though you've worked for it. Maybe you hesitate to enjoy your savings because you keep thinking, what if I need it later? Or maybe you're just so used to being careful that spending feels uncomfortable even when it's for your own happiness. But ask yourself, what were you saving for? For this time in your life? For comfort, for experiences, for the little joys that make each day meaningful. If you planned well, trust yourself. Instead of worrying, look at your finances clearly. Talk to a trusted advisor if needed. Make a plan that allows you to enjoy your money without fear. Because money isn't meant to just sit there. It's meant to bring ease, joy, and memories. Maybe it's treating yourself to something you've always wanted. Maybe it's traveling, picking up a hobby, or simply making your home more comfortable. You've spent years working and saving. Now is your time to use it wisely, without guilt, without fear, and without regret. Releasing the fear of change. Change can feel uncomfortable. And the older we get, the more we hold on to what's familiar. The same routines, the same places, the same way of doing things. But here's the truth. Life is always changing, whether we like it or not. And the more we resist it, the harder it feels. But when we accept it, embrace it, and move with it, life becomes easier. Maybe you're facing a big change, downsizing, moving to a new place, adjusting to a different lifestyle. Maybe the people around you have changed. Kids have grown up, old friends have moved away, or technology is moving faster than ever. It's easy to feel like the world is moving ahead without you. But that's not true. You are still a part of it. Instead of seeing change as something scary, try looking at it as a fresh start, a chance to experience something new, a way to simplify life and make things easier, not harder. Maybe a smaller home means less stress and more freedom. Maybe learning something new, like using a smartphone, joining an online group, or picking up a new skill, keeps you connected and engaged. And if you ever feel stuck in fear, just remember this. You've already adapted to so much in life. You've been through changes before, and you've found your way. This time is no different. Embracing the freedom you deserve. Letting go of financial worries and fear of change doesn't mean being careless or reckless. It means trusting yourself, being open to new experiences, and allowing yourself to enjoy life. Because these years aren't meant to be spent stressing about what-ifs. They're meant to be spent living fully, embracing joy, and making the most of every moment. And that's exactly what you deserve. If today's video gave you something to think about, let me know in the comments. Type 1 if this message resonated with you, or 0 if you like a different topic next time. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thank you for being here. Now go live your life with the peace and happiness you've earned.